Hi everyone. So in this video I will go through the role-based access control demo of Kubernetes, and I'll be creating a role binding, a namespace and a user, and show how a user get attached to a role binding and role binding gets attached to a role and how he can access resources in the Kubernetes cluster. So let's get started. So I'll create a namespace called rback demo. I'm just saving it to a variable called n. I'm creating the namespace. So rback demo namespace has been created. Now I'll create a role, reader role, name of the role, and actions are get, list, watch, and it will be applicable on resource, pod, and deployment. So basically, you can think that this role is somebody like helpdesk who can take a look at pods and deployment. They can watch, they can list, and they can get on these two resources. And the name will be reader role. So the reader role has been created. Now I will create a role binding, and I will be specifying the reader role and a user, rback user, and this user I will be creating later on in the demo. So the role binding has been created. Everything I am doing in namespace rback demo. That's why you can see here -n $n. Okay. So next what I do is I will create a for the rback user I will create a key, rback user dot key. I am using OpenSSL. So the rback user dot key file has been created. Next I will do is I will create a certificate signing request for rback user using that key. So only thing here for CN we have to give the name of the user. So it is rback user. So the rback user .csr file has been created. We can see the files have been created, key file and CSR file. Now what I will do, I will create a certificate signing request .yaml file. So this is my YAML file. So I am just redirecting it. I'm redirecting it to .yaml this file, and what I'm doing is this file, this one, right, rback.csr. I am outputting that content and doing a base64. I'm doing a pipe and base64, and that part will go in the request section, spec.request section. So I'm dynamically creating this file. So the file has been created. Let me open that in VS Code. So you will see this is my certificate signing request for rback user, and this is what I just did, cat of CSR file and then doing a base64 on the fly. I'll go back to the terminal. So now I create a certificate signing request through that YAML. Certificate signing request has been created. Let's do a get on CSR. So you can see it's in pending state currently because we have just submitted the request. Now we'll approve the CSR. Name of CSR is rback user again. So it has been approved. Now if we do a get, you will see the status is approved. We can do a YAML, and what we need is a certificate that we want to save it locally. So that's why I'm doing a YAML. So once I do a YAML, it will be like under status and dot certificate. I need to get this particular part. So what I do next is I'm taking out that particular part through JSON path, and this is the part which I am interested in. So I have just taken out that particular specific path. So that part I can just do a base64 and save it to a file, rbackuser.crt, which is my certificate file. So any user who has got the certificate can log into the Kubernetes cluster. So that file has been created. We can see the content. That's the begin certificate, end certificate. So what I'm doing now is for my Kubernetes cluster, I am creating a credential which will be basically a user. The username will be rback user, and client key which I have generated dot key, and the .crt file which I just got from Kubernetes. I submitted the request through CSR. I got back the CRT. I'm specifying it, and I'm just giving embed certificate so that it shows as redacted in the kube config file. So the user has been set. Now for that particular user, I'm doing a set context. So my context name will be rback user. So you will see I'm admin now. I'm my current context is minikube, but I'm changing it to rback user, specifying the user name and the cluster. So I'm using again the same minikube cluster. So the context has been set and has been created. Now I do a use context rback user. So at this point I have basically switched from minikube to rback user context. So whatever I'm doing now is rback user login. So with rback user I'm checking whether I can list pods in the default namespace. So the answer is no, because I have given only conditions. I have only allowed pods and deployments in rback demo namespace, so that's why I'm getting no. Same way, if I do, can I list deployments in default? Answer will be no. Can I list pods in rback demo namespace? Answer will be yes. Can I list? So it's same. I just want to confirm that that variable is correctly set. So same. Can I do list deployments on rback demo? Answer will be yes. So now I'm not doing. I'm not using auth. Can I? I'm directly trying to fetch the resources. So I'm doing $n namespace rback demo and get deployment. So you see I'm not getting any error because there are no deployments in rback demo. Same. So both these commands are all good because I am authenticated and authorized. So let's say I'm doing a secrets in the rback demo. So I'm getting forbidden because I'm not allowed. I can only do pods and deployments. Same. Okay, get pods. It's failing because default namespace it will be default. So it's I'm not specifying, but it's user is not allowed to list resource in default namespace. So yep, I can just do a last deployments. So same thing, I cannot list deployments or get deployments in default namespace. So that's it guys. So this was the quick demo on like role based access control for the Kubernetes cluster. So what we have seen is we have to create a user, then a role binding, a role, I mean second is role binding, and then finally we have to like we can check it by creating a local user and specifying that in kube context or kube config. So that's it guys. Hope you like this video. See you for the next time. Bye.